And a welcome return to Merseyside for the former Liverpool goalkeeper Ray Clemence, back home as it were for the first time since his summer transfer to White Hart Lane. Here's Martin Tyler.
Youth is definitely the theme of this Everton side, average age 22, and the measure of the change in personnel over this season is that only 3 of these players, centre-half Mike Lyons, left-back Kevin Ratcliffe and striker Peter Eastoe, were on duty when Everton played at Tottenham in September. Adrian Heath is the latest arrival, and the England under-21 midfield player cost a club record fee of £700,000 from Stoke City. Tottenham come without that sturdy centre-back Graham Roberts, injured in midweek. Archibald expected to start a comeback in the reserves next Saturday. Referee Bert Newsom from Broseley gets the game underway on an afternoon when a gusty wind may well be a decisive factor. A pitch that's soft underfoot. Everton in the dark shirts of blue, attacking the goal to the left in the first half. Here's Hoddle. Everton with just the league to keep their interest alive in this season. Tottenham, of course, with European involvement, still in the 2 domestic knockout trophies as well. Free kick given against the challenge of Peter Eastoe. Here's Ozzy Ardiles. May well be that midfield will be a key area this afternoon. Everton so young in that department, and Spurs with so much experience. Waddle's pass affected really by the wind, and Perryman helping it on first time, and Lyons having to concede the corner. Perryman the first to acknowledge the quality in the service from Hoddle as he made his run forward. Hoddle will take the corner himself. Sharp who got it out, only as far as Perryman. Stevens, who's been drawn across on the cover, just tucks it away from Hoddle. Stevens again. That was a good volley from Heath, but the ball that tipped awkwardly towards him. And Eastoe making something of it. Lodge, well, there was a man spare to his right, and he went unseen. It was Ratcliffe who found himself on that side. Heath has pushed forward. Sharp! Oh my goodness! You won't see a better one than that! From a young man who really is finding that First Division football is to his liking now, after a couple of years in the reserves. After 9 minutes, Heath gave chase, and it was a hopeful header, but look what Sharp made of it. The ground still a buzz of excitement. The crowd reacting to a splendid goal. Well, it's worth a second look. Graeme Sharp will look at it happily for a long time to come. This is Galvin leaving it for Hoddle. Man's half's made the tackle, and the flag is up against Crooks. Ray Clemence will have plenty of memories of playing on this ground in his Liverpool days, but I'm sure he could hardly have been beaten by a better shot than that one. Perryman judging it rather better than Lodge. Lyons. Irvin with room to turn. Balked by Houghton. And Irvin, who's a wide player in something of the old-fashioned mould. some confusion. Falco got it away for Tottenham. It was another misplaced pass. Isto battling for Everton. Foul by Villa. The shrug of surprise from the Argentinian. Free kick already taken. Here's Richardson. Being dogged by Heath. Sharp's touch, Isto's volley. It was in the same vein as Everton's goal. This time Sharp flicking it on and Isto twisting into the shot. It was too high. Ardiles kicks away past Heath, and this is Miller, and Southall grateful to hang on. Tottenham really camped in the Everton half, and Paul Miller had stayed forward. So at half-time, Tottenham, with the wind at their backs, have done more of the attacking, but the half illuminated by a goal of real quality from Graeme Sharp. When nothing really seemed on, Adrian Heath chasing the ball forward and just getting his head to it. It dropped for Sharp, who saw the possibilities and flashed his shot past Ray Clements. And at half-time at Goodison Park, it's Everton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Kendall, who was a reluctant player in 6 games earlier this season, settling now for encouraging his young side from the dugout. It's Tottenham who will get the second half going. Perhaps looking for a little bit more directness in their play to try and pull back the lead given to Everton by Graeme Sharp. Price. Quite the sort of pass from Ardiles that he might appreciate for his first touch in the second half. Left him a little short. Chris Hughton trying to steal a yard at the throw. Galvin. No time to settle. Southall getting plenty of length into his first clearance of the half with the wind behind him now. And Irvine brought down and left protesting as a result of Hughton's foul. Irvine quickly involved again. Blocked by Galvin. Here's Kevin Richardson. And that's Sharp! And it was going in. Climbed well, got power and direction, and Clements had to drop to his left. Ratcliffe touch with the header enough to take it behind for the corner. Tottenham often like to work it short as they do here to allow the likes of Hoddle and Villa to conjure up some magic. And now Ardiles. Southall beats it away only as far as Ardiles again. And the goalkeeper gets applause for the second save. Very quickly off his line to narrow the angle for the first shot here. He came back for Ardiles a second time. Southall recovered his balance quick and was in the right position again. Ardiles. By Heath, but it was an interesting little episode that, because Adrian Heath is a midfield player who likes to get forward, and Everton recognise that he has a strength and an ability to win the ball in the opposition's half of the field, and he was trying to do just that then. Falco, and this is Crooks, a chance here for Tottenham, and Southall the saviour again. Falco's header created the opening. And Crooks unable to get it under Southall. Here's Lodge. Turned forward by Miller. Crooks. Galvin. That's there ahead of Higgins. Villiers in support. And Southall in the right position. And the handling was sound. Villiers, not for the first time in this game, turning well for a big man. And it's a corner. Clipped in by Irvine. Lyons with the flick. It's a move that's produced Everton goals already this season, and they were close again there, and that's Stevens. Villiers instantly released for Falco. Now Villiers. Tackling's got to be careful here with Villiers in the area. Prepared to screen and shield. Heath picks out Sharp. And Everton have got pace on the brace with Ratcliffe, and now Eastoe allowed to go on. And missing the opening. It must have been a moot point as to whether Peter Eastoe was offside. He feels that perhaps he should have had a corner. Ratcliffe it was who freed him. Clements, of course, one of the best in this type of situation. Sharp turns away from Price, looks for Eastoe, and the referee was trying to play an advantage there. Sharp was fouled as he pushed the ball in Eastoe's direction, but Everton were in possession, although only for a moment longer. The referee caught in one of those awkward situations. Ardiles. Good control from Crooks. Villiers let it run and booted it away. Eastoe and Sharp covering a lot of ground in front for Everton as they try to make headway on the break. Eastoe. Forward from Ratcliffe. Header from Price. There's Irvine. Heath Richardson to his right, and Heath just a foot away from his first goal for Everton. Had players breaking either side of him, which helped him gain a yard of space. And today's crowd of more than 30,000, which suggests that this young side are capturing the public imagination around Goodison Park. Here's Lodge. Now Richardson. He scored in his last 2 games, Kevin Richardson, from shots from around the edge of the area. Prepared to try his luck again against Ray Clements. So the pattern continues in the second half. The more calculated approach of Tottenham against the hurry and scurry of the Everton young brigade. And plenty of skill too from them when they fashion their breaks. This is Houghton. Ardiles couldn't collect, but Heath handling the ball. An unfortunate bounce. Hoddle strikes it, and Southall is once again able to produce fine handling to a shot that was curving away to his right. And Gary Brooke, who has been out of the first-team picture since September, has had a cartilage operation, gets back into the action in place of Mark Falco, with a quarter of an hour remaining. Gary Brooke, who of course played in the cup final. Richardson going off to get some treatment. Shoot. Ardiles, as ever, lending support. Brooks. Everton hold their ground on the edge of the area. Galvin. Here's Ardiles. Now Houghton. It was Lyons who threw himself into the path of the shot. And Lyons again, but it drops for Villiers. And Southall is beaten at last. And Everton left in disarray by the goal from Ricky Villiers. Lyons couldn't quite reach the header. Villiers had kept running and slotted it into the corner. Ricky Villiers' 4th goal of the season. Richardson, collected by Eastoe, and here's Lodge. The tackle was clean from Glenn Hoddle. Brooks. Hoddle with fine vision picking out Galvin. He was aware that Houghton was coming, but not quite of his position, and Houghton must scurry back after Irvine, who's got the pace to take on Ardiles. Irvine turns away in disappointment. The cross was deflected by Ardiles. Hoddle. Brooks trying to get behind Lyons again. Forced away for the moment from the danger area. This is Galvin. He might be disappointed as he picks himself up to find that there was no teammate looking to get onto the end of that cross. That's attracting the ball again, off Easter that time. Sharp. Instinctively finding Crooks. Help arriving here from Galvin, who tried to place it, and for once Southall fumbled. They've got away with it, thanks to the help of Mike Lyons. And it was the miss-hit shot from Galvin that caused them the problems. Perriman, with a look over the shoulder, realised that Sharp was behind him. Ardiles. Driven in by Hoddle, and Crooks could have won it then. And I think one or two of his teammates thought that he should have done. Some arms raised in disappointment. Threw himself at it, but the ball slithering off the head and behind for the goal kick. So for the fourth successive season, this fixture ends in a draw. Graeme Sharp with a goal to remember, and Everton's youngsters continue to give hope for the club's future here. Ricky Villa with the equaliser 13 minutes from time, and Tottenham's resilience again away from home suggests that they can face their League Cup semi-final first leg at West Bromwich Albion next week with some confidence. The final score at Goodison Park, it's Everton 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1.